Did you know that two positions can drive women over 50 completely insane? As people age, they develop a deeper appreciation for intimacy, connection, and passion. These positions aren't just about the physical, they're about achieving new heights of pleasure and emotional intimacy. Whether you're trying to intensify an already intense connection or spice things up, these insights are game-changing. Prepare to discover what truly creates the conditions for unforgettable moments of connection that sustain the passion and excitement. However, one day, without any prior planning, we made the decision to do things differently before getting into the fun part. We concentrated on reconnecting, spending time staring into each other's eyes, giving each other slow touches, and discussing deeper topics. It was like rekindling a flame that had seemed extinguished for a long time. Everything changed from that point on, both physically and emotionally, becoming more intense and unique. It's not just the body that matters, it's also how each person feels. For many women, especially mature women, the important thing isn't just how physically present and connected we are in the moment. A Harvard University study found that a strong emotional connection before enduring intimacy greatly enhances the pleasure for both partners. If you're interested in learning how two simple positions can improve your intimate life, stay tuned. I'll give you some useful advice based on research and personal experience, so you and your partner can feel more connected and attracted to each other. Oh, and my name is Laura. If this is your first time seeing me, don't forget to subscribe and hit notification B so you don't miss any content. Let's start with the connection that keeps the passion alive. This emotional connection is what keeps the flame of passion burns. As we age, many women, particularly those over 50, believe that how they feel around their partner is more important than just the physical act. Research indicates that most women value emotional connection over physical connection, so the key to rekindling a relationship with your partner is found in being truly present. It's not just about being physically next to her, it's about being connected, heart and soul. Here's a tip before an intimate moment. Take some time to connect with her. Talk about something enjoyable, give her a gentle touch, and look into her eyes. It may seem simple, but it can change the power of spooning everything. After my partner and I decided to break away from the routine rather than dive right in, we concentrated on having fun and lovingly touching each other, and the connection we formed made everything more intense and special. If you want to ignite passion, you don't need large gestures. Little things have a big impact. Before moving on to number 2, I've made the digital book Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 6D available. In it, you'll find motivational and practical advice to strengthen your relationship with effective solutions to rekindle passion and connection in marriage. Grab your copy by clicking on the first pinned comment, but don't wait. Copies are limited. Take advantage of this opportunity to transform your love and emotional life. Number 2. These small exchanges make her feel special and appreciated in the end. The power of spooning. Although you may assume that this position is merely a means of cuddling, it actually has amazing power for many mature women who feel safe. Clothes are very important, and spooning off offers precisely that. It's the ideal balance of affection and pleasure, making the moments special. When a woman feels safe, she opens up emotionally and physically, which is when the magic happens. I read a study that found couples who cuddle like this with skin-to-skin contact feel more connected, which makes perfect sense. And guess what? That security doesn't lessen the passion. On the contrary, it makes it burn even brighter. Don't think of spooning as just a simple hug. It's a chance to build a strong emotional bond. You can make this moment even more memorable by making small gestures, like whispering something sweet in her ear while you're spooning. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be a compliment, such as telling her how beautiful she is or how happy you are to be close to the reverse cowgirl. These words can have a significant effect on her, and keep in mind that you have the opportunity to touch a number of delicate areas of her body in this position. Gradual motions can be more effective. Everything might become even more heated with a kiss behind the ear or a light pat on the neck. The secret is to use this intimate contact to deepen your bond, not only physically but also emotionally, giving you a sense of comfort that, in a mature relationship, can lead to something even greater. Spooning is a great way to build anticipation and gradually increase pleasure, making everything more exciting when the time comes to move forward. Keep in mind that building something slowly can have a lasting effect. The third strategy is the reverse SEO for greater control. Let's discuss a role that may seem thrilling, but for many adult women, the reverse cowgirl has even more significance. In the reverse cowa, she can set the pace, angle and intensity of what's happening for a woman who may have frequently felt pressured to meet expectations because she is the one in control, and this can change everything. Imagine that at this stage of life, women have learned a lot about themselves and what they enjoy. It can be immensely freeing and satisfying to have this control. Let me tell you a story. My friend told me that when she first tried this position, she experienced something amazing. It wasn't just the physical pleasure, it was also the confidence that came from having control over everything. She came to realize that the sense of power was just as significant as the pleasure itself. It made her feel strong and wanted, and that affected her partner as well. This is where your role comes in. Even though she is in control, you still play a crucial role in supporting her and giving her the freedom to explore. The best part of her position is that you can see every detail of her body, which makes everything even more exciting. But it's not just about what you see, it's about what that image says. Research indicates that when a woman feels in control of her pleasure, her satisfaction increases significantly. Therefore, instead of just watching party iPat with loving words, gentle touches, and looks that make her feel even more powerful, confidence symbolizes a self-assured lady who is aware of her desires. Don't undervalue the emotional impact of the reverse cowgirl when she feels free to explore fearlessly. It's like saying, "You have the control." This moment serves as a reminder of how powerful confidence can be, especially when many people believe passion has faded with time, and I have faith in you, which ultimately makes all the difference. Since confidence is unquestionably the most potent aphrodisiac at this point in life, the reverse cowgirl is not only a fun position, it's a place where she can display her independence and confidence. And for you, it's a chance to embrace all of that. Since rhythm is crucial, let's discuss comprehending her body. When it comes to pleasure, rhythm is fundamental. Sometimes we concentrate too much on positions or technique, but what matters most is connecting with her feelings. Everyone moves differently, and understanding that is crucial for generating memorable moments. It's important to keep in mind that a mature woman's body may react differently than it did when she was younger. A study found that for women over 50, sexual responses can be slower but deeper and longer lasting if you take the time and have patience. This means that it takes time for this to happen. Rushing can be a serious error. Consider her body as music. Sometimes the melody is slow and gentle, and other times the intensity builds to an amazing climax. Your job is to listen to that rhythm and observe how she breathes. If it gets deeper or faster, it indicates that you're doing well. You should also observe how she responds to your kisses. If she closes her eyes or arches her body, you're probably hitting the right notes. Simply asking, "Do you like this?" or "How do you feel?" can lead to even greater pleasure. Being vulnerable. Sometimes we think we have to guess everything, but communication is essential to a fun sexual experience. Variable beats are another effective technique that doesn't weaken you, but rather strengthens your bond with her. Don't limit yourself to a single pace. Build suspense gradually at first, and then when you think she's ready, lift the ante without making sudden adjustments. For women, rhythm involves more than simply physical motions. Emotion also plays a significant role. Sometimes a word or whisper said at the appropriate time can completely transform a situation. Pleasure stems from feeling appreciated, loved and understood. The secret is to be present rather than merely following the rules, because this isn't a race with a finish line. Understanding a woman's body doesn't have to be difficult. It just requires tuning in, paying attention to the details, and being adaptable about what constitutes a moment. The more you commit to comprehending her cues, the more intense the experience will be in the exploring fantasy's end. Not only is what you do memorable, but also how you do it and the relationships you make along the way. The fifth after 50, let's discuss fantasy. The good news is that your partner may also have fantasies. Research indicates that both men and women continue to have sexual fantasies well into their 60s or 70s. The main difference between couples who fulfill these fantasies and those who don't is the courage to talk about them. It can be challenging to open your heart and share these desires, but once you take that step, everything becomes so much more fun. Many people believe that these playful ideas are only for the young, but that isn't true. Imagine spending a peaceful afternoon with a bottle of wine at home. You don't have to dive in. This is the ideal time to discuss those small aspirations that have never been expressed. Remember that fantasies don't have to be grandiose. They can be as simple as trying something new at home, changing the scene, or organizing a trip to a special location where you can escape the routine. What matters is stepping out of your comfort zone, exploring and rediscovering each other. To begin, start with something light, like, "I've always been curious about," or "Have you ever thought about?" This helps create a safe space where you can talk without fear of judgment, and when trust is present, a new level of intimacy emerges. Pay attention to what she says. One of the most important things is to let your partner express her desires without passing judgment. If you've ever felt like you've tried everything, know that there's still so much more to discover. You just need to dare to explore. After 50, it's not just about the act itself, but also about the freedom to explore new sensations and rediscover yourself in a time of life where love, trust and closeness are even deeper. The feeling of being heard and understood is powerful and can ignite a spark you didn't even know was theirs. Being mature is not a barrier, rather it's